Well, when you picture a typical suburban backyard, it might be hard to imagine a car crashed through the back fence. But for Naperville resident Ryan Daly, this is an image become a reality again and again and again, 4 times in just over 3 years. And insurance won't cover him, so he took concerns straight to the city council. Council members have agreed to fund a new study to create a roundabout, but he's been told that could take years. Joining us now, the man with the backyard, Ryan Daly. Mr. Daly, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Remarkable. So they've said they will fund a study. It seems like the study pretty much shows what's happening. When was the last time this happened?
December 23rd of last year.
And the last year, so just a month and a half.
A couple months
6
and
weeks
a half,
ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and insurance won't cover it for you because I would imagine that's probably on the onus of the driver. How does that work? How do you get gummed up in that? We'll get to the city in a minute, but how is this not even covered?
Sure. So the city, I guess the insurance claim from the city or any claim that I'm taking against my insurance, if somebody has crashed into the backyard and it's not the city's fault, it's obviously the driver's fault, then we try to go after the driver for the damage. But they often drive off, and so it's tough to catch them. And after 3 claims into my insurance, they said, if this is going to continue to happen, we're not going to cover you for insurance, for homeowners insurance any longer.
Wow, and I would imagine if the driver's attorneys knew how many times this happened to your yard, they could probably argue that it's a flawed intersection and shouldn't be covered. So you've been kind of out of luck on all ends here. So now they're going to fund a study, and this is a real pickle of an intersection, right? Washington
Yes.
and Naper. So it comes to this kind of weird T, and then you're on one side of it, and one of their suggestions is a roundabout, which they don't have a lot of, so those confuse people. And a roundabout would take how long, did they think, maybe to build?
The last number I heard was that the assessment would take 1 to 2 years. Construction wouldn't be done until 2032.
Oh, okay. So,
which is great for the family that's going to live here after us, but it doesn't do any good for us in the immediate future.
Really considering moving because of this?
Yeah, I would. I think that's an option, but it also has. This is something that I understand would need to be disclosed in any kind of real estate transaction because of the amount of times that it's happened. So whether I would get the value for my home that I should or not is a question.
And obviously poses almost a literal danger to one's family. Thankfully, hasn't happened when anyone's in the backyard. This is a 1 in a million. This is an anomaly story, but it's also the story of bureaucracies. A man you are a responsible resident. You've got a bureaucracy that's trying to help. It could take 8 years. You got insurance bureaucracy that's not helping you. Well, what's going through your mind, man? You're just like, what?
Yeah, when after the first couple of times it happened, you think, okay, this will stop. And now that we've had, 4 crashes within 31 months, there was another report that came out that said there's been 33 crashes within 500 feet of this intersection since between 2017 and 2021. So there's an urgency here for the safety of my family, my kids, my dogs, my neighbors, anybody that walks on the sidewalk on the other side of my fence that could potentially be in the way as well. I mean, I'm looking for the city to do something immediately so that nobody gets killed.
Yeah, that's a dire warning. Have you ever thought of kind of Sun Tzuing, the art of war of this thing? If they're not going to do anything, you put up some type of cement barrier?
The suggestions have been thrown around, that's for sure. And especially with the help of folks like yourself and some of the other media that has caught onto this, it's helping things move a little faster. So okay. Hopefully we don't have to do anything too rash.
But you've probably got to consider rash, considering rash is happening. Mr. Daly, we appreciate your time. Sorry for what's happening to you. Thank you for sharing your story with us, and please let us know when things do move forward.
You certainly will.
Okay, Ryan Daly, Naperville resident. Thank you. And
Brad,
now,
thank you.
yes, thank you, sir. Now.